Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Pits of Metal and Motor Chaos. This is Dave. In just a couple minutes, we'll have lead vocalist of Saliva, Bobby Amaru, on the air with us. So stay tuned for the interview. Right now, we're going to play a song from the 2018 release, 10 Lives, and that song is Domination. All right, that was Domination by Saliva off the 2018 release, 10 Lives. All right, let me call Bobby and get him on the air for this interview. Hold on.
Hello?
Hey, Bobby. Bobby.
Yeah.
You're live on the air on the Pits of Metal Chaos. How you doing today?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. So you guys are in Valley, South Dakota today?
We're at Sturgis.
I thought you guys were playing South Dakota today.
Yeah. Sturgis, South Dakota. Yeah. We're here.
Yeah. Full throttle saloon.
That's it.
Cool. So how's the tour been going so far?
It's just a few shows, where we're, able to play. It hasn't been anything too crazy. Just, just a few outdoor things to tie in with Sturgis, and it's been awesome, man.
So the last show was in Wisconsin?
Yeah, we played in Wisconsin the other night.
How'd that one go?
It was killer, man. Good turnout. Just,
That's awesome, man.
Everybody seemed to enjoy themselves. I think people have been souped up for a minute. And, I think live music always seems to help.
Oh yeah.
Let out their feelings and things like that.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year, man, with this COVID-19 garbage.
Yeah. It's been, but what can you do?
Yeah.
But
So now I'm sure a lot of people are wondering when you guys are going to put out a new album. Since 2018's, 10 Lives came out. Are you guys working on new material?
No, not really. Nothing really lately. We just kind of, we had some talks about maybe dropping a new single, and so we ended up releasing a song called Piss not that long ago, a couple months back, and we released a video for that. But as far as any new music, I don't know that is gonna, that's not really the goal at the moment. But that could change. So.
Now, after these few shows, are you guys gonna do any touring at all?
Well, a lot of the shows that we had got postponed or moved, except a very few. Certain states, have allowed shows. That's kind of why we're able to do what we've done. But for the most part, a lot of our shows have been postponed or canceled until next year.
So you've been in the band since 2011, correct?
I have.
Now, how was it filling the shoes of Josie Scott?
I've heard that one a lot. That's a question I've heard more than I'd actually like to hear. But to be honest, it's been more just, I've been prolonging the band a little bit, and these guys want to keep playing rock and roll and want to keep touring, and he didn't want to tour anymore. He kind of wanted to do the family stuff and kind of like a new energy, to the band, and then now it's 9 years later. It's been good though. It's a lot of good memories, a lot of good experiences, and you end up making a lot of friends and stuff. And you learn a lot, and that long of time.
So let's talk about you a little bit, Bobby. What age did you start singing?
The singing thing kind of came later. Like for me, like I started with drums. Drums was like the first, my first love, and then it kind of went to playing some guitar a little bit, and then singing just kind of came later. I never really thought about the singing thing as much. It was more of just having fun with some friends and playing some cover songs or whatever. I never really took it too serious. I was more into like drums and guitar and stuff as I was growing up.
Now, you still play instruments to this day?
Yep.
Now, for drums and guitar, did you take lessons or were you self-taught?
More self-taught. I mean, I got some pointers from a couple guys here and there, but it was not, I would stay in my room, man, and, I'd get home from school and I'd stay in my room and I'd put the big headphones on, and I would, I could only play to a tape, like a cassette tape,
Yeah.
because CDs would skip from the vibration of the kick drum and that whole thing in your room.
Right.
So I could never get it right, but I was just jammed to everything, man, like, old Megadeth and, That's how I would practice and learn songs.
So do you have any drummers that were your biggest influences?
Man, I always like the hard hitting drummers, and that just not too flashy, but like people like Tommy Lee. And I always thought was that was kind of like the power hitting rock drummer. Of course, I love like Bonham and a lot of just the feel, groove. He was a groove. Vinnie Paul was, I thought, just a phenomenal metal drummer. Just wasn't just, hey, let me play really fast.
Yes.
I mean, he just had groove, man.
Now, did you play drum in bands?
Yeah, I was in a band called Burn Season. Back in the day, we had to deal with Elektra, and that whole thing kind of fell through, as labels started, shifting gears in the early 2000s, and preparing for the downloads and the streaming, of the world. So,
yep.
It happened, unfortunately, it happened to a lot of bands, it happened to a lot of really good bands that weren't able to really do, make their mark and do what they could have. So I know I have a lot of friends that were in bands that had big deals and never got to release one record,
Now, how about being a guitar player? Did you play any bands on guitar?
No, just more like solo stuff, studio stuff. I would kind of record on my own, and then I would play guitars and doing that.
Now, with Saliva, do you play any instruments at all?
No, I'm just singing, man, with the band. I mean, there was a time, where I would play guitar on a song and stuff too, but for the most part, I'm just singing and just, nothing too crazy. Just trying to engage the crowd, as much as possible.
Yeah, I had a buddy I work with. He went to see you guys last year in Wisconsin at live at 1175 bar.
Okay.
Said you guys.
Up in Kansas. Though.
Yeah, he said you guys were smoking. He loved the show there.
Yeah, dude, it was great, man. That's always a good time.
Yeah.
Very, very, very cool up there. People are always very nice.
So now, do you have a greatest memory of being in Saliva so far?
Man, we got to go to Dubai and play for the Air Force Base and do that. That was really cool, man. They put the dog suit on me. I got chased by the dog and attacked. And
wow.
We got to do some cool stuff like stand on F-22s and, get to basically do the Air Force life for like 3 or 4 days in the desert,
Well,
wake up at 7 a.m. It's 115 degrees out there, but, it was, we sucked it up and we did it and we had a great time. That was, I always feel like that's a good moment, just, based on, very humbling, just for us to be grateful for our military and, the people that, risk their lives for us, man. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's like a memory of a lifetime for you guys.
Yeah, we did Australia too. That was really awesome. We did 5 shows in Australia, and that was a great experience. We just did Alaska for the first time. That was a great experience too. So, I mean, really, there's so many. I can't really pinpoint just one, but, I'd say, there's been a lot of cool experiences for sure.
Do you have a favorite tour?
Most of the tours have always been, we haven't really done, I mean, we did like the Mudfest tour last year. That was really cool. It was like Saliva, Puddle of Mud, Saliva, Saving Abel, and Tantric. It was good. Very, very, very good turnout. Good, a lot of good shows. we did like 144 shows last year, just in general. Like, so it was a pretty extensive tour, man.
Now, do you have any favorite places to play in the United States?
I would say it's cool to go out west sometimes because we only do it like once a year, and it's really cool to just kind of hit Colorado and Arizona and just see the desert, and get a little bit of the dry air. I live in Florida, so I'm used to the humidity and that whole thing. So being able to go out west and do those spots are always good. Like late last year, we did like a lot of the northwest that we hadn't hit in a while, like Washington State, like Idaho, and we did like Portland, Oregon. We hadn't done it in a while, and those were just markets were great, man. It was a good time.
Now, when you guys play overseas, do you have any favorite places to play when you're overseas?
Overseas, I mean, like I said, Australia was great, Europe's great, it's a whole different animal there, But it's all good. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that love rock and roll, man. It's good to be able to go out and tour and make it happen.
Now, have you ever been to Japan?
Actually, the band has. The band did before me, they did South Korea and they did Japan, like military stuff.
Yeah, I know they love the rock and roll over there too.
Yeah, they do, man. So I know they I heard stories. They said they loved it. It was great. Good time.
So now, what age did you start actually singing when you realized you can sing?
I don't know, man. Maybe 13, maybe 13, 14. I would just like kind of goof off with friends and play acoustic and sing like Poison and Bon Jovi songs and shit like that. So it wasn't really, it was more my friends that would say, "Man, you should sing," or you know what I mean. I never really took it serious.
So before Saliva, did you sing in any bands?
Just my own stuff, man. Like I recorded my own songs, but I never really released any of it.
Now, do you have any vocalists that are big influences on you?
Oh, man. There's a long list of that.
Well, who are some of the top ones?
Man, wow. I'd say Chris Cornell for sure. Lane Staley. I love like Alice in Chains. I think Alice in Chains from the whole Seattle era is probably the most timeless. I could listen to those songs all day, every day, and not get old. But I like it. Man, I like everything, dude. I love Pantera. I love, Phil Collins. Like I grew up, in a house of music. My parents, were into like the '80s, like rock stuff, like Priest and even like Sabbath and
Iron Maiden.
All that stuff. So I really, you get exposed to a lot of different music growing up, and then with Fleetwood Mac, and then with, tons of stuff. So really, songs were important to me. Like catchy songs and good songs. It didn't really matter who the, the band or how good a singer was or anything like that. But I always was into like, as a kid growing up, I would say watching MTV was a big deal because you'd see like Motley Crue videos, like Lips That Kill and stuff, and they look like superheroes. So you know what I mean? So to me that was like cool as shit, But you kind of move over into like the '90s, and I like a lot of different stuff, man. But there's a lot of good music, man.
Oh yeah. So Bobby, what do you enjoy about being What do you enjoy most about being a musician?
Well, I don't know how to like really do anything else. So if you like, you know what I mean. So I would say it's really all I know how to do. You know, I can't change a tire or anything like that. So, you know, it's being a musician it's art, man. It's just like, you know, definitely it's a craft, and you take it serious enough and try and get better and try and, you know, it's sometimes, you know, being a musician or touring musician, actually, you're going to have ups and downs, man, but you try to make the best of it and be grateful and, you know, humble that you're able to do it, you know. Even if you're just making ends meet, and it's definitely a good release for a lot of people, you know. Unless you do it and you actually tour and you get it, like a lot of people can't put themselves in your shoes, so they don't, you know, unless you live it and experience it.
What do you hate most about being a musician?
What do I hate about it?
Yeah, what do you hate the most?
I don't hate it at all. I would say the only thing that really, you know, I mean, when you're doing good things, there's always people that are trying to bring you down and try to, you know. I think that's just life in general. You know, when you're on top of the mountain, you know, someone's always wanting to kick you off. So I think just the negative stuff that might come with it. But for the most part, I mean, it could be worse. You know, it's once again, make the best of it. I don't really live in regrets or anything. I just try to stay positive and move forward and just create and work on new stuff, work on new music, you know, and try to stay positive. I've got a family, man. I got a wife. I got 2 kids, and for you know, I'm always trying to just you know, keep a positive household and not let the music stuff interfere too much.
Now, are there any musicians out there that you would love to collaborate with someday?
Oh yeah, man. Dude, Dave Grohl. You know, I mean, Jerry Cantrell, dude, would be killer. The Leo brothers would be killer. You know, from STD. I mean, there's a lot of. You know, I'd love to actually play drums with, you know, Tony Iommi playing guitar. You know, or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not too picky, man. You know, I like, you know, there's a lot of, like, you know, a lot of killer musicians out there I'd love to jam with.
Now, if you could have your fans remember one thing about you, Bobby, what would you want that one thing to be that they remember about you?
That I gave it all I had, man. You know, on stage every night, 100%. Never gave any less than that. You know, I've you know, always tried to stay humble and positive. You know, with music and being on stage, and to try to make, you know, give people a good time. That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
Rock and roll is supposed to be fun. It's not perfect. You know, so if you go on stage every night and you believe it, the people that are there are going to believe it too. So, and if they don't, then they're just a hater. So.
Now, in this day and age, what do you think are the pros and cons in the music business?
Oh my God, a lot more cons than pros. I can guarantee you that. It's hard, man, out there. It's a business that's constantly trying to figure out new ways to make money to make them richer, but keep the band like you know, puppets on a string, you know. But I mean, then again, there's a lot of ways for bands to actually make money and you know, take control of their own business and you know, be creative as well. I mean, the internet can be a very valuable tool to you know, getting your band heard, you know. But there's so many bands that, you know, you just have to have something special. You know, it'd be the right timing, the right song, the right, you know, it just line up the universe. Lines up with the universe, and you could hit a grand slam.
Yeah, the internet's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a fan of the old no Facebook and none of that, and the mystique of rock and roll and bands. Like, what I mean? It used to be the coolest thing to be like, God, if I could only get backstage and meet that person. But it's like now I can find out where that person lives and where their grandparents live and all this shit, and it's just like, God, it's creepy, man. It's the internet's a platform for a lot of fucking creeps. So
yeah,
and it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. I mean, now you just know about it. You didn't know about it. So it could be used for good and bad.
That's for sure, man. Now, do you have any funny or embarrassing moments you could share from any of your tours that happened?
Funny or embarrassing? There's been some funny things that happen, I would imagine. I would say one that that just rings a bell, because I just talked about it with my guys, with my guitar player, was we went and did I haven't drank in 2 years, almost 2 years, so I gave up drinking, but when I was drinking, on tour, it was, heavily at night, and then a lot of times, you do these radio things in the morning, or you'll show up and you'll do the morning show and you'll play a couple songs acoustically, and you have basically, you get 30 minutes or whatever to talk, and then whatever. So we show up, and I had no idea that there was going to be 20 people in this room, and there was 20 people that got to show up. It was 7 in the morning or something, and we played one of the songs. We played Your Disease, and I completely blanked and forgot the words. So I just kept repeating the same line over and over again with the same melody. It was that was pretty embarrassing because it's on air too, live on air.
Right.
And I was like, oh man, it was just, it's a funny moment now, but at the time it was oh man,
yeah,
ouch,
yeah.
But nothing too crazy.
It's one of those oh shit moments.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
where I wish I had a teleprompter or more than 2 hours of sleep, probably. So.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a few more questions, then we'll finish up. But now I'm gonna ask you some fun questions now. What is your favorite food to eat, Bobby?
My favorite food to eat? I really like fish, man. I love grouper, and I like cobia. I like fish. I'm not huge on red meat, really, but I do like fish and chicken, and mix it up, veggies and things like that. I mean, if I really want to get serious about my diet, I'll just eat a whole pizza by myself, and who doesn't love pizza? So.
Now, does your wife cook?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I think she tries. So that's all that matters. She tries, and then she does a lot of other things very, very well, though. So it's I can handle the cooking part, and I can handle all the other stuff.
Oh, so you cook?
I do, man. Sometimes, yeah. I have my neighbor actually gave me his big green egg that we moved in to our house, and I would see his big green egg sit on his back porch for 2 years, untouched, never used. And finally, I just texted him one day and said, "Hey, dude, if you want to let me borrow that green egg, I promise, I'll take care of it, and I just want to, try it out." He was like, "Come pick it up." He's like, "You can have it." So he gave me his green egg, and very generous gift, and I've been using that thing a lot and learning, different things. You got to smoke wings and, you know, slow smoke like ribs and things like that. So that's been really, really cool and interesting. And then, you know, doing a pizza on it and stuff. But for the most part, I don't get too crazy hardcore into the cooking thing. Now, my bass player Brad does. He's very into the whole breaking down ingredients and, you know, cooking and stuff. I think he cooks like every day in his house.
So what do you think is the best dish that you make?
The best dish?
Yeah, your best food dish. What do you think your best food dish is that you cook?
Man, I mean, I've been really, like, I think the wings is the thing that I'm really into right now, just because it's new to me, and, you know, being able, they're like the best wings I've ever had, and I've had wings like everywhere, but for some reason, people that have a green egg will know that they're the best wings that you can ever have. Like, there's just something about them. If you do them just right, you know what I mean? You got to do them at 250. It's like, you know, 45 minutes. Then you know, take them off, you know, and then you put them on you know, the direct stone for, you know, another 5 or so, and then they're just perfect. So I've been doing those, but you know, my kids would say my best dish is, you know, those buffalo veggie nuggets and macaroni and cheese. That of the year when I make that. So.
Yeah, it sounds good, man. You're making me hungry now.
Yeah.
What's your favorite beverage to drink?
My favorite beverage drink? I don't know, man. I like, you know, it's weird because I typically, being from Florida, I love sweet tea. It's like kind of one of those things when the tea's done right. But I also, there's these new sparkling ice caffeine drinks that I've been drinking a lot lately. That you know, it's orange flavor, which is really, really good.
Now, are you a cat person or a dog person?
Oh, cat. We have a cat. We have a Scottish fold, little gray female cat. We're actually adding another little boy that we get in like a couple weeks, which is like the cousin of our little girl cat. So they're really, really, really cool cats. They're like the if you've seen Pet Cemetery, the first Pet Cemetery
right.
church.
Yep.
He's a Scottish fold. Yeah. So their ears fold and little gray evil looking cats. But she's you know, I wasn't really an animal person. You know, I love animals, but I just, you know, the upkeep. You know, you have to. It's like I already have 2 animals living in my house and my kids. You know, so it's like,
Yeah.
to take on more responsibility. And I knew, you know, what would happen is they talked me into this cat, and I'm like, I kept saying no, and then they finally talked me into it, and I'm like, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to end up taking care of this cat because y'all are going to be too busy playing PlayStation, doing this, playing Roblox, and, you know, doing your own shit. So, and that's exactly what happened. So now they've talked me into another cat, you know, and they give me the whole, well, she needs a friend to play with, and she's, oh, okay, all right. Well, so, but I think she won me over, so it's all good.
There you go. I love your fur babies, man.
Yep.
All right, what are your top 3 favorite bands of a lifetime, man?
Top 3 favorite bands. Not in any order, but I'd say, like, let's go Pantera. Let's go Alice in Chains. And let's do, like, a newer band. Like, something from, like, maybe within the past 10 or 15 years. Mm, I like Thrice a lot. I like them. I think they're good. But, I also really love Oasis, and I love, like, Stereophonics and some of the, like, UK, like, Brit rock stuff, too. So, I mean, it varies, man. But if I had to go hard rock, I would say, like, those three are good. But, I mean, I love old Metallica. I love Skinner. That's who Leonard Skinner's one of my favorite bands, It's just hard to, but.
So what was the first hard rock concert you ever attended?
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
My first rock show ever was Whitesnake in 1989 or 88.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
I was 5 years old, so 88, I would say.
That had to have been awesome, man.
Yep. I think it was 88 or 89. And my second one was Metallica and Justice for All with Queensryche opening.
I saw that tour.
Yeah, so my parents, they got me young, early on, man, with that shit. So, yeah, the first 2 concerts, those are my first 2. Yeah, and then after that, it was kind of a whole laundry list of seeing shows. I saw the Kiss reunion in '95, and AC/DC in like '96, and all these. I saw Motley Crue with John Corabi in '94, I think '94, '95. It was like them and Hyper Negative and King's X. Yeah, and there was like 2,000 people in like a 10,000 person concert. There was like nobody there. Crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking cool, man.
So yeah, I've seen a lot of shows, man. A lot of shows. So, but cool, man.
Now for Saliva, do you write any lyrics for the band?
Yeah, the past few records, that I've done, we kind of would just kind of all collaborate, and I'd handle a lot of the recording process and production process, and we would all just kind of get together and throw our ideas out and just put the best ideas together, and then I'd work on vocals pretty much, last. We'd build the music first, and then I would do lyrics and melodies and stuff. Have to get to a certain headspace to make it happen.
Now, does the whole band write the music?
Yeah, everybody has a part in it. Everybody kind of has ideas, or someone will, there's certain songs that someone will come up with something, for the most part. It's not like every song is written the same. It's more, Paul's come up with an idea for a song, and then Brad a couple ideas, and Wayne a few ideas, and me a few ideas, and by the end of it, you end up with a record.
Now, do you have any advice for up and coming musicians?
I mean, I could use the whole stay in school and don't do it, but I mean, here's the thing. I mean, just stay driven and keep at it. And surround yourself with people who believe in it the same way you do, because that's the only way you're able to, take the leap and get to the next level. You got to surround yourself with positive people that are wanting to take on the road. I mean, the road's not for everybody. It's really not. So you gotta be prepared for that. I think good things will come. Stay positive, and do respect people, and do right by others. And, it's definitely a small business. So you can go very far, or your career can end before it starts.
Yeah, don't expect to get rich overnight these days. You gotta do it for the love of the music.
Yep, absolutely.
Sell merchandise.
Yep.
Well, Bobby, I want to thank you very much for taking time to do this interview, man.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, man. I appreciate the call and stuff too, and I'm just gonna, go do the sound check thing now. And it was good talking to you, bud.
All right, brother. You take care and have a good show tonight, man.
All right, man.
Bye.
Later.
I need to breathe, I need to think about my life and what it means. I need a voice to make a choice, like my father told me. I'm so sick of what I have become, and in this world I feel so numb. What in the hell is wrong with me? Am I just broken? Struggle within me from the life I've chosen. I've gotta figure it out, I'm gonna figure it out before the storm destroys me. It's never too late to learn to fly. Learn to fly on broken wings. Wings, wings, wings. I walked the line, I've wasted time, so damn long not caring. I fell apart, I've broken hearts, a lesson unforgiving. I'm so sick of what I have become, and in this world I feel so numb. What in the hell is wrong with me? Am I just broken? Struggle within me from the life I've chosen. I've gotta figure it out, I'm gonna figure it out before the storm destroys me. It's never too late to learn to fly. Learn to fly on broken wings. Wings, wings, wings. So long, goodbye. Is this what you wanted? So hard, I've tried. Take it all away. What in the hell is wrong with me? Am I just broken? Struggle within me from the life I've chosen. I've gotta figure it out, I'm gonna figure it out before the storm destroys me. It's never too late to learn to fly. Learn to fly on broken wings. So long, goodbye. Learn to fly on broken wings. So hard, I've tried. Take it all away.
All right, that was Saliva. The song Broken Wings after 2016 release, Love, Lies, and Therapy. Once again, I want to thank vocalist Bobby Amaru from Saliva for being on there with me today. And if you're in South Dakota tonight, make sure you go see him tonight at the Full Throttle Saloon. Not sure what time they're going on tonight. Might want to check on maybe Facebook page for Saliva. So, anyway, hope everyone has a great day. Stay safe. Keep rocking. Later.